Hey there, so good to have you back for our Pastor's Corner. Our devotion this week comes from February the 20th, which happens to be on a Tuesday, and it's titled, Do Not Worry. It's under the topic of God's strength, and the verse is from the Old Testament, Deuteronomy 29, verse 5. Let me read it to you. During the 40 years that I led you through the wilderness, your clothes did not wear out, nor did the sandals on your feet. Now, this is the story of the forefathers, foremothers of our Christian faith, the ancient Jews, when they were in exile and they were in the wilderness for 40 years. And I think it's fascinating the way that the author says their sandals did not wear out after 40 years. Can you imagine what kind of commercial that would be to sell shoes like that? But the intention is that God always provides. So as I read through the devotion, it talked again about God providing even when we don't think that He is going to, or life is falling apart. And I got to thinking maybe a good challenge for this week, starting the Lenten season, would be for all of us to think back when God miraculously provided for us. If you've been in our church, there's one story I shared from 1989 when we had our third child just been born. We were traveling from Kentucky back to Florida, hit a snowstorm, ended up stranded on the highway, and I remember losing control of the car that night, and I remember Nancy just grabbing the baby. It's back in the days before we didn't have all the strict laws of the car seats, and she was holding the baby close, and I remember the wheel just spinning, and I just thought, Lord, we're going to die. And I looked to my left, and there was a semi right beside me, and honestly, the car turned right beside the semi until I could get off the road. So, my heart was pounding, but I felt like the Lord had saved me and saved my family. And I always look back on that. And there's other stories. So I use that to encourage you. For me, that would be the Lord not letting my sandals wear out. So as we begin the Lenten season, do you have a story like that? And if you can't think of one right away, I'd ask that you pray about it. I bet there is one. Think about it.